So I'm making this video because a lot of people have been asking on my Discord and YouTube what my warm-up and aim routine is. Those are going to be two separate videos. This is the aim routine. The aim routine actually takes about 30 to 35 minutes. Obviously you guys can do shorter versions. I've shortened it obviously for this video as well. So there are 5 steps to my aim routine. KZ, practicing sprays, practicing rifles, practicing AWP, and then practicing pistol and AWP in a different map. Okay, so KZ, aimbot, and then it's called blank training. The links for those workshop maps will be in the description. Step 1, I like to go on the KZ, and that's just help me get a feel and be comfortable, get used to my mouse and keyboard, you know, getting my right positioning when you're sitting down. Playing in the same position is important to consistency and building muscle memory. KZ helps me do that. Then I go on to aimbots. So for me, aimbots is all about using this to practice specific parts of my playstyle. So I've got all the zones locked except one. I have one border closed off, or one block, whatever you want to call it. And the first thing I'll do is I'll practice my spray. I'll do 10 times for both M4 and AK. Sometimes I'll do crouching as well. It doesn't matter, you know, we're just getting a feel for the game. You can do it further back as well. Sometimes I like to mix that up. But it doesn't matter, okay? It really doesn't matter. Just do what you're comfortable with. After I've done that, I like to actually go on to practicing. So what I'm doing here is I'm counter strafing. I'll do this 10 times left and right. What this is doing is just helping me obviously practice a specific part of the AK. You know, when you're Ferrari peeking, you need to be able to counter strafe. So I'll do that 10 times left and right for AK and M4, because M4 is a bit different. Obviously it shoots different. After I've done that, I then have 30 kills left, obviously to do the AK, and then I'll have 30 kills left to do the M4. So it's 50 kills for each gun. I practice tapping. I practice spraying. Spray transfer. Spraying at different distances. I then practice moving and spraying. And I'll do that with both guns. Like I said, 50 kills for each gun, those different methods. 20 counter strafing left and right for AK and M4, and then 30 just a mix of tapping, bursting, spraying, spray transfer, you name it. And that would be my rifles done. So next thing I like to do is obviously move on to the AWP. So how I do the AWP is completely different. So I'll counter strafe left 50 times, practicing flicking left or right when counter strafing. I think it's very important. A lot of players with AWP, they'll have a dominant side, so you might be better at flicking left, or you might be better at flicking right. Tends to happen. And what this does is it helps get rid of that. I'll do this 50 times left, and I'll do 50 times on the right. And I'm going to be trying to flick left, flick right, while also moving right, or while also moving left. So I'm getting a mix. What this helps with is obviously peaking an angle with an AWP, if I have to move and shoot. And you kind of want to do it slow, you don't want to do it too fast. And you want to make sure you're hitting every target, you don't just want to fling it. Because you'll be able to flick fast when you're good at flicking slow. Does that make sense? So after I've done 50 kills counter strafing left, 50 kills counter strafing right, I'll then do maybe a couple kills where I'm just moving around, getting a feel of the AWP. It doesn't matter the amount, I'm just jumping around getting a feel. I'll practice quick scoping. Obviously with an AWP you want to scope and then shoot. You don't want to no scope, you just want to quick scope. It doesn't matter how many kills, you're just doing it to get that in your muscle memory, get used to it. The main thing I do with an AWP is flicking left and right, obviously. Now how I practice that is I do 150 kills, maybe 200, depends how I feel. And I'll aim on a target and I'll flick to another target. So what that's going to do is just, it's going to create a complete randomness as to where I'm flicking, okay? One thing I do like to do is when they're bundled up like this, I'll try and do the smallest flick I possibly can, because obviously with an AWP, you can build up the ability to do these massive big flicks, you know? But you don't really want to do that. It's not very often you're going to be doing huge giant flicks. You're most likely going to be doing small flicks where you're holding an angle. So I'll do this 150 times and I'll make sure I'm practicing left and right flicks equally. And the slower you do that, the better you're going to digest it. So you guys kind of get the gist of how I do it, the little AWP aim routine or whatever. But it doesn't just end here. This isn't where I finish my aim routine. I actually do it on a different map. So this map is called Training Blank. It's a completely different map to aimbots, and I actually do like to use it to practice my pistol. Obviously with a pistol you want to practice small flicks, basic flicks, counter strafing. It doesn't really matter how you practice your pistol, it's literally just move around, shoot, stop, shoot, you know, all that sorts of stuff. You kind of want to mix it up, you don't just want to be... Doesn't matter, okay, you get the point. You're just trying to get used to actually using a pistol. So I also use this map for the AWP. So after I've done about 30, maybe 40, 50 kills with a pistol, I'll practice the Awp. Now it's going to be a lot more beneficial than aimbots because you're practicing on moving targets. You can jump around different elevations. You can go onto the boxes as well if you can crouch jump, which also is beneficial because you get to practice your crouch jump on Mirage and stuff like that. And I'll do this to about 100 kills, 120, and then that's it. That's how I warm up. So before we end the video, I just want to make one last point. While you're on training blank, it's very important you practice your tracking aim. This is obviously very good. Helps you when your crosshair placement, when you're coming around a corner and whatever. Obviously aimbots, you can have the moving bots, but I don't like that. I like to go on from here, practice when the bots are moving up and down, jumping around. I just think it's better, okay? So if you guys did enjoy this video, leave a like and a comment below. Don't forget to subscribe. I don't really ever warm up on stream, so this was a bit awkward sharing my warm up. I don't ever do that, or my training routine. Didn't even know if I was going to make this video. I thought I was just going to do the warm up. But I hope you guys enjoy, and I'll catch you around on Twitch.